Southland Conference entering 2013 with 8 football members. That will change drastically heading into 2014 when there will be 11 schools participating. 2 of them represented at the desk with me here in Lake Charles. As again, Larry Kennan, head coach of UIW, entering his second year in San Antonio. And of course, head coach Ken Collums entering his second year as the head man in Abilene Christian after a long tenure as an assistant. And these 2 gentlemen very familiar with one another, coming out of the Lone Star Conference in their debut seasons as head coaches last year. And you 2 are either going to learn to love each other or learn to despise one another. A home and home this season. Coach Kennan, you've been around. When was the last time you saw that on a football schedule?
Well, when I was coaching in the NFL, it happened a lot, but so it'll be really interesting. You know, we have great respect for Abilene Christian. They're about 220 miles from us, so it's an easy trip, and they're a good team. We're hoping to play a little better than we played last year when they beat us, but they're a good program, and we hope to be like they are.
Several sports will have travel partners, and these 2 schools appropriately will be travel partners as we see the schedule for UIW. And UIW is actually going to get to introduce themselves informally to several Southland Conference schools, including at Sam Houston State in Huntsville coming up in September. But you're not a stranger to Southland Conference, former head coach over in Beaumont.
Yeah, a long time ago, before a lot of the fans were born, but you know, it was a wonderful conference back then. A couple of different teams, but it was wonderful coaching, outstanding players, just like it is now. It's bigger and better now, but it was really good back then too. And I've said it for years and years. The quality of coaching in the Southland Conference has always been outstanding, and the caliber of players has always been outstanding.
Well, Southland Conference is celebrating its 50th year, and 57 years before the Southland Conference began, Abilene Christian played its first down of football 107 years ago. Ken Collins, I know you were not even close to being on the radar at that time, but having grown up in the Southwest, before I understood the difference between D1 and D2, I knew about Abilene Christian football. There is a mentality there that is certainly going to fit in with the Southland Conference.
Sure. We've got a great product here at ACU, and we look forward to growing along with Coach here. You know, we were talking about scheduling. It doesn't matter really. We're all going to learn this together. It doesn't matter who you're going to play. You're going to play different people for the next several years. You better play well to win those games.
We're going to show the fans at home the schedule that you have coming your way. In fact, you're going to get a little sample of what it's like to play in Frisco, playing Tarleton State over there at FC Dallas.
That's right. That's a great setup. And I was actually at the national championship game in the stands this last January, and it was a great atmosphere, really good game, and we've all got to start working to where we can maybe get there someday.
Well, when you took an assistant job in Abilene, you knew you were going to have some purple in your wardrobe, but you already had that purple available, a 1995 product out of Central Arkansas. And I would guess as a D2 school going to Division I, there might be no program better to model yourself after with the success that Coach Clint Conk has had over there.
Oh, there's no doubt. And I've spoken with him and Brooks Hollingsworth. He's on staff there up at UCA, and you know, there are no secrets. Those are great guys, and they do a really good job there, and have built a major foundation, which the Southland is finding out because they're a player every year. So they help me out. But the thing is, every situation is different. You've got to be who you are in the transition. You can't be anybody else. And we're taking our culture and our product and moving it forward. So it's nobody can give you a real blueprint. You've got to do it yourself.
Well, Southland fans, starting next year, you can start making those road trips to San Antonio and to Abilene, and yes, of course, to Houston. Head coach of HBU, Vic Shealy, he has a different challenge. He doesn't have a D2 program to elevate. He has a program he had to start from scratch. Brooke?
That's right. I'm here with Coach Shealy. Coach, thank you for being here.
It's great to be here.
Well, you know, Commissioner Burnett was talking about it earlier. You guys started from scratch. New helmets, chin straps, footballs, the whole deal. Talk about how this program has evolved since you were introduced as head coach, because I was actually there for that introduction.
Well, I tell you what, we've got a great team of people who were on campus that prior to my arrival, Dr. Sloan and Steve Maniaci, giving great leadership, and that's continued. But just step by step, you start putting together a roster. You get a staff together of recruits. You start building a field. You start building buildings, and all of a sudden, here you wake up one day and get ready to play.
Well, you guys had a chance to work out in the spring, a couple of weeks together. What did you learn from your players? I mean, you had guys coming from all over the place coming to play together for the first time.
You know, that's one of the interesting things about college. And you're bringing kids out of diverse backgrounds, but particularly in a new program, you're bringing probably even more diversity because so often they don't even have a year or two of prior relationship to anybody been on campus for the first time. So it creates a lot of excitement. I know that spring for us from day 1 to day 15 was a significant amount of growth. Fundamentally and just knowledge of schemes, it was great, and we hope to build on that this fall.
Well, you guys start with a bang at Sam Houston State. Wow.
Well,
That'll be a tough one, Coach.
it will be, but I tell you what a great opportunity for us. You know, our players will get a chance to see what the best in the conference looks like, and one of the best teams in the nation, certainly, and for us, we'll be a better program for playing them.
And of course, you start Southland play in 2014. What do you think this schedule does to help you prepare for that?
Well, you know, I think this year's a great year for us to be able to play some teams that we should line up and be able to be competitively successful against, and some challenged by. We need to have our lips bloodied and also have the taste of victory too. But as we move forward, we can't wait to play everybody in the league in 14 to be able to have a chance to compete for the conference championship and get to the playoffs.
Coach, thank you for being here. Good luck next season.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it, Brooke.
All right, Lincoln, back to you.
So, Brooke, we have a lot to look forward to in 2013, and we're learning more and more about what's on the horizon in 2014. When we come back, we wrap up our live coverage as Media Day continues here in Lake Charles, Louisiana.